Okay, so we're dealing with a live announcement right now. Literally just a few minutes ago, we had the Fed announcement. I think we have a press conference coming up as well. All it did was in- accelerate what I predicted as what would happen yesterday. It was the worst case scenario, which was that I was in the 250. I was in the short for the 250, aimed for the target at the 34,000 even, and I also had that long at the 34.75 and the 34,000. So I lost those two, and I won the big quarter trade. Now that's losing two and winning one is still overall profitable, which is fine. Now the price is accelerating downwards. I wonder why, what the exactly how bad the news was that came out. Um, it's probably rumors about another rate hike or something like that. Um, or the funds rate is not changing apparently. Um, Hold on, let me see. Look at this. So they decided not to change the rates, which is okay. That's totally fine. It doesn't really affect me all that much. All it does actually is accelerate down to the 750, where I do have a limit order, and I'm okay leaving it there because usually with stuff like this, it accelerates down to the previous area and it'll fade. Usually these news-based movements that people love because it's the opportunity to make money so fast. It's usually a fake out. Most people aren't very good at it, and the smarter thing is usually to stay away. With the quarter strategy that we use on the Dow here, it doesn't. The size of the trade is it makes these kinds of news announcements mostly irrelevant, as long as you're managing how many orders are out there in the field, how many traps you have just laying out there, because there's always a chance that you lose every single one. So you always assume, I always assume that I'm gonna lose every single one and see which of it is what I'm willing to deal with. So yesterday, for example, I had the short that I took at the 250, and I was okay losing two of them um, and being wrong because it was counter trend. But it turned out I was right, and that's okay. I would have rather had the win one and for 70 and then win the long for 70, but that's not the way that the news shaped up today, and that's okay. It's looking like I don't know that the 750 will ever get hit here. It seems like the 825 is what was going to work, but this is the rest of the day. I'm not too worried about it. There's another news announcement at 2:30 that could easily slice right through this 750, um, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it there because I put it there for a reason. The reason being on a it's an area of previous resistance. It's an area that was used up quite a bit previously, and now I'm gonna say that it can play the opposite role. Previous resistance becomes new support. I might not ever get there. It might fade up faster than I thought. I'm also going to be interested in this area right here to re-engage the short once it does fade up. Kind of depends. I don't really. I want to wait till tomorrow to do that because I want to see what the news was like first. But just structurally, we have on the 4 hours, a very high time frame for us, technically that's a bearish engulfing. Bearish engulfing. A little bit too much wick for my tastes here in terms of the basin candle, but still technically a basin candle. So it's a drop, base, really strong drop. We'll see how the day ends. There's another press conference coming up in like 20 minutes. This is a giant red candle. I'm interested in. So let's say I'm interested in the 4,000. Let's also say I'm interested in this area, which could easily be maybe the 175 or the 250 again, but probably the 175 or the 75. So that's really it. There's not really much else to say. I'm going to keep these updates short as much as I can to showcase how little. It looks even better on the 30-minute. To showcase how little time I want to spend actually looking at the charts, because less is more. This looks beautiful. Drop, base drop here. It looks beautiful. So I definitely am interested in either the 34,000 or the 3475 to play this area, or maybe even this area as a backup, but definitely this area. So, but I want to wait until the day. I'm guessing that the price is not going to come all the way back up here today, because there's still another news announcement that could easily push it down even further. We'll see, though. We'll see. I mean, he could say just kidding, and then this market will jump back up. Who knows? Who knows? Either way, I'm interested in the 34,000 and I'm interested in the 750. That's the